So, yeah. Second trap. All right. All right. Why'd the music stop? Okay, that's weird. There we go. Kind of quiet because the music is not playing, but
now we're cooking.
all right.
Ready, set, check, right, 54.
We're gonna start off strong this game.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out
right.
here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look at?
That was bad. Negative score. At least 3. Alright.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. He sets to fire deep. Oh, wide open, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. 12 more yards there and another first down. Now a play fake here on first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
2nd and 9 now. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook.
All right. They score. They're up.
On the set. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, tight down. There you go.
They start the drive with Martin. And an
Go,
out
Martin.
run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
It's the same guy that was on the last
That's on the
one.
Raiders' big money man, the free agent tackle, Trent Brown. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Hey, Foxtrot. 54, Mike.
Now back to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big...
Oh, it's 4th and 1. Oh, they're up. That's... Oh.
A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night, they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams, an 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. They're going to look to throw. Caught left side, Williams. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Watch the pass.
2nd and 5. His
Get
throw
in there.
caught at about the 5.
Nice.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ryan Grant.
All right. Let's get this field goal. Maybe even a touchdown. Of course. That's safety. Yeah, that's
deep in their own territory. They look to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to have the first down past the 20 as he's all the way up to the 24-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
That's where we started.
Ran to the football and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Wilson.
So the defense there, opportunity. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this book. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Emerson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down. The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarter.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passing we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Brown. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Ben Gideon. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. First target, first catch, and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now then the penalty's got them set up with a 1st and goal.
They're going to rush. I know they are.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not, but there's a stat category called PB, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ryan
Game over.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Minnesota, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-3.
We're 0-3. I forgot about that.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming,
Okay.
coming for the check.
Underperforming up there. You got call it. Oh, your teammates. You'll need more if it's coming from the starting team. I'm calling out their line. Huh? It gives back exactly what we put in it. I'm better than you because of the thing. Simple as that. If you need proof, just like watch me show you. Get training, because you still get XP.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Indianapolis Colts. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast.
All right. Let's finally get this win.
50, plant. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Get it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll find his running back. It's Jalen Richard. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Give him a run.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down. Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. They'll run it. Here's Martin. And this is going to depend on his spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short.
Dang it.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Right. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. They go play action here on first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense. Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. Two nice
that's not what I wanted to do.
Game. Now can they continue to feed off that? But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all it does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back to throw here. The pass complete to Ryan Graham. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4.
Come on. Why'd you stop
couldn't
walking?
quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 16 yards, a first down.
All right.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they come up now, 2nd and goal.
All right.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Second and 2. The quick slant caught.
Come on,
and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
No. I don't know.
This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Martin. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Doug.
Nice. We're up early. That's good.
Come on, set. 18.
How are we always stuck back here?
Ready?
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to
that
your
was
teammates.
an RPO.
Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Oh, that's not good.
A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. And tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, 2 teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot. Helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. They'll drop the throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down.
Dang it.
Let's go now. 15, Ronnie. 15 line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flush to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
No, we weren't.
And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And now this pass brought in by Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5.
Go, baby.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Luke Wilson.
They're not going to make it easy.
On the double.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And it is the Chargers who have the lead in the second quarter. Melvin Gordon has a touchdown there. From there, we head to the Big Apple, more specifically to MetLife Stadium in Jersey to check on the Giants. And it's the visiting Washington Redskins who have the lead in that one. Alex Smith, 4 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Tyreek Hill, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out.
1 second, chat. All right. They did not score. That's good.
Check, 41. Ready? Now.
On play action, they'll throw. Over the middle here to Brown. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
All right.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. The sack by Marcus Hunt.
They had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't. And he's going to go down again.
Sack, baby.
All right.
Got it. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. There's a party now.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Second and 10. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35.
Nice. All right.
A big play that time for the Raiders. 44 yards. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play. When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Back now in Indianapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
All right.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold it for a short game. They took off running.
7 yards there and a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Second and 3. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job. Just a minute. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown.
Nice.
It's their quarterback. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front.
We're going to milk some clock, so we're actually going to audible this to get out of the end zone. Maybe you can get a touchdown.
Try and start this drive in the air. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Okay, does your wrist or does your
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Looking to throw. He's got Wilson, middle of the field.
Nice.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle here to Wilson.
It's actually unstoppable.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Now back to throw. Being chased
That's not what I wanted to do.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, they've been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, but now it's third and goal.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're...
Ready! And too soft. Double time. 4 down, check. Hey, high 7.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Touchdown.
Ready. 58 to Mike. You. Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 12 yards there and a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Linebacker Darius Leonard applied the heat. They'll set up a throw. Incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for Oakland, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to get back.
Right now, it's Tennessee wins for 4 games in the season. The team is full victory already. Been great this year, but the rest of the team is collapsing around you. How can we improve this team? Walkers. Okay, what does that mean? A lot of Harlan I listen to it a lot, but a W is a W, I guess. Hopefully this gets us rolling on to the next one. Yeah, dude, me and my guys played hard, you were just lucky. You got so many teams around you. Okay, touch me again. Wait. Do you? Oh, okay.
I was waiting to shine. My father told me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I do find players to defeat and black and get the masterpiece. I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't panic surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah,
Upgrade
all
him.
night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems.
Your general upgrade that. Get this to 80, why not? Skip.
And New Orleans, big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch your lose.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the monsters of the Midway. The Chicago.
Alright. Field goal. Alright, let's get a touchdown.
Now a play fake here on first down. Man open left side is Brown.
Nice.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. Martin.
Why would you go in the middle?
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams.
Okay.
His first touchdown on the year. And the
What? Hold on.
Raiders have taken the early...
Wait. What? Like, What even happened?
Ready, Brick. Get it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Forced out to his left. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete.
Come on.
Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but it must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
He's got the first down and more past midfield, and finally brought down at the 43. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Back to throw now on 1st down. It's caught on the right side.
Right out of the cut.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They go play action here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, and he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they get the football, but not much on the return here.
Oh, we're playing in London. I just realized that.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
The numbers for Antonio last week, 5 catches, 95 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact. That is caught by
there we
Brown.
go.
Touchdown Raiders. Antonio Brown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders... Back to throw. And he'll go down.
I was going to run.
There for the sack. That sack by Khalil Mack. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They were trying to go to Brown once again. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
2 picks. And he has an X Factor now.
A reminder about Sunday Night Football later tonight. It's a rematch from the divisional round last year. Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Then tomorrow on Monday night, the Browns and 49ers from Levi's Stadium, where the Browns already playing their third primetime game in the season's first 5 weeks.
What's going on here? Medical center, chest, and then Mr. Big Chest for his chest.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
You gotta expect it
Looks
now.
to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And into the red zone now. And Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
Shallow cross.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Khalil Mack picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation. But didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he blitz coming, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
And the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touch? And it's intercepted at the goal line.
No way.
Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they get the football, but not much on the return here. As now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing...
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
Please tell me it was Khalil Mack. Aw.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it.
that was
That'll maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Roquan Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Back to throw here.
What are you doing?
Passes are intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Ha-Ha Clinton Dix with a pick, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Steps away to his left. He'll have a first down past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. It's complete to Graham. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Wide open.
Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Buying time to his left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Come on, set, 10 over. 58 right there. Got game situation, let's go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Nice.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's tackled a yard short of the markers. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And the Raiders
Get in there.
for 6. Touchdown. It's their quarterback. with his third touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
And they scored.
Let's go. 60 out now.
Alright. Take overtime.
They'll come out throwing here on first down, eluding the pressure right. He finds an opening past the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
I have 201
Late in the game,
yards.
defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Antonio Brown, AB, with just one hand to complete that catch. Is there anything he can't do?
He has just continued to impress year after year, hasn't he?
He has never forgotten that he wasn't considered an elite receiver coming out of college. I think every snap he takes it upon himself to prove that he should have been.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I remember a coach told me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think he should.
And he'll take it into the
Let's
end
go!
zone for a Raider touchdown. Foster Moreau, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially.
Let's get it.
Go. 90 Wolf. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And he'll be tackled at the 23
Give
after
our
a
guys
gain
some
of 3.
rushes.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Down. 30 base.
They hand off to their big tight end. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Here we go.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though. A few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans.
Yes, I didn't think you played well enough in victory, but sometimes the ball just doesn't bounce my way, I guess. 2 and 3. That's kind of bad. Bye week. Isaiah, what's up, bro? You want me with me? Absolutely. Fill me in, bro. Honestly, what's the hardest part of you being in from QP? Probably pass rush. Upgrade player a little bit. Let's do some training.
Let's go. On the hop, fellas, on the hop. Who wants it? Let's see some hustle out there today. Got a big game this week. Come on.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gators.
First down. Alright.
Hit it.
Yes, I did. He dropped it, that's why.
8 read. Shoot. Set. 10 logo. Tonight. Let's go. 60 oars. Get it. Let's go now. 60 outlaw. Five.
There we go. Oh my god.
Hey man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today. You finally getting it. You're starting to turn the corner, and that's what we like to see as a coaching staff.
Packers, huh? Come on. Alright, we got this. QB Whisper. Timely advice. Kid, I saw the game this week, and I don't know how else to say it. You're killing your team with turnovers. Specifically, and so please stop throwing so many passes to the lock. Disrespect. Ooh. Let's go 3 and 2. Right?
Hey, everybody, it's the coach.
Alright. Let's do it.
Ready? 70, Indy. Tight into the right, boy. Tight into the right. Let's go.
Now the first carry for Doug Martin. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fix and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And now this pass brought in by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Give the sack to Blake Martinez. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, he might be a little jumpy as well. Might throw off his timing.
Yeah, be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver.
And the Packers get him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Preston Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because he's not being hit, as you mentioned.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland.
He's thinking straight or shorter.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that,
nowhere to escape, and he goes
down. One of the Packers so good at sacking.
Able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And the pressure gets to him again. Mike Daniels. That's now back-to-backs. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. 2nd and 4. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
Got it.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raider.
Come on, set. HE Gator. I got it. 42. Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's complete to Luke Wilson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew.
A fight for the football, and it's
No
intercepted.
way.
Picked off by Jair Alexander. Well, a couple of good division battles coming up in primetime this weekend, starting tonight with Sunday Night Football, Eagles and Cowboys from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Then tomorrow on Monday night, it's the defending champs, the Patriots, on the road at MetLife Stadium to take on the Jets. 2 not to miss to close out Week 6. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That one caught. It's the rookie Hunter Renfrow. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Set, ready? 60 out now. 42's the mark. All right, T, let's go. All right.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. Now back to throw. This will be caught by Brown.
All right.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
90 Wolf.
Again, he'll drop to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The quick slant caught. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because you might wander into some tough coverage.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts.
They missed the what? Did they miss the field goal? What? Did they miss the field goal?
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do in the half, which is fine.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out.
Are you?
That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Being chased out left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And there's a man they call AB, always a volume receiver. He gobbles up catches. Holds a number 2 and number 4 spots for most receptions in a season in NFL history. And in 2015, just 7 catches shy of setting the single-season mark for most receptions, currently held by Marvin Harrison, a Hall of Famer.
He had 136 catches that year on the heels of 129 the season before. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. They'll look to throw here. And his throw is incomplete.
Wilson.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
And this is caught.
Oh, but you catch that one.
Hand.
We got this.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
It's got to the point when we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. He doesn't need a lot of space for an electric run. He showed that there. Heck, they told us this week they were hoping he would.
All right.
Take a break. Hey, we got Mike 50. Mike 50, huh? I smell fear now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man. It's Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. For Brown, that's his 5th catch. So 5 catches over 50 yards. You might as well set your watch to that. He does it every game.
Think about 2013. The only player in NFL history to have at least 5 catches and at least 50 yards in every single game in an NFL season. So that's not just talent. That's durability. That's dependability. That's a guy who really wants to play each and every week.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Go! 70, Indy.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. They go play action here on first down. Catch made right side by Wilson.
All right, come on.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
11 yards there, first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push.
And he'll take it
Touchdown,
into
baby.
the end zone
That's what
for a
did you
Raider
do?
touchdown. Hunter Renfrow with his...
On the double. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Here we go, here we go.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one. Down he goes.
One of them even got double
in there to
teamed.
take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
Timeout.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Raiders on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He's back to throw. And Wilson has it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the play.
Very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allow him to run with him stride for stride.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
So another big shot dodge there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory, and I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
It's complete to Graham.
Get out of bounds.
Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
I'm out. All right.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
61, match spot 2.
Back to throw.
Come on.
That is caught at the 7. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Who has the ball?
And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We're going to shut you down.
And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity
squashed.
Down.
Yeah, he's down. He's down, he's down. I don't think this will, though. Oh my God. Yes.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen.
Block him.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra.
Just hold him. All right. Need a touchdown.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Space to maneuver at the 40.
Go.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The throw complete here to Williams.
Nice.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win.
Why would we punt the ball?
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense, they've got 2 timeouts, maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try and get themselves settled because we're in OT. This is big time.
Second overtime.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there.
Why are we taking field goal?
They climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. Yes. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.
Let's do one more game. Upgrade them. I'm trying to go deeper on these. So. Dude, crazy game. We gave Panthers some money worth. I gave it everything I had, but hey, we played all. We got the win, so there's not much I can say. We'll even the score next time. Oh, we got more skill points. Alright, going against the Texans. Oh god, JJ Watt. Using 3, 4, 5 solid hits and QB starts to give up. I'm looking forward to our game this week. Praise him. I already upgraded my player. But, okay. Scrambling. We almost get into that 90 overall. Alright.
everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports.
Let's go. 18 Gators. Check. Watch that in. Watch that in.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This is caught by Antonio Brown. The numbers for Antonio Brown in last week's ball game: 7 catches, 99 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open. The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 21 yards there on third down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read,
the
but when they're in
Bengals
sync,
are 7-0.
it's really effective.
And now this pass brought in by Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Now he's flushed out right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The scramble good for a night.
Three yards.
Topper! No. Any weapon.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his left.
Go.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up.
60 Pittsburgh. Check 41. Watch the screen.
Second and 1. Got a man
Holding.
over the middle. It's Williams. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He finds an opening past the 40, and he takes it all the way up to the 47. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Whoa, he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground. Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way. Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example.
Yeah, this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Touchdown, baby.
10 yards on the touchdown pass, and the Raiders add on to their lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage.
All right, 10-3.
Ready. 41 to Mike. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's get it.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Dancing to his left. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
All right.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Doug Martin, but it's going to be 2nd down.
The touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And he locates Luke Wilson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Back to throw now on first down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. but everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Go! 60 or. Okay, just like that. Just like that.
2nd and 3. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half.
Oh, come on. It's 1st and goal. Let me... Why would you just kick the field goal?
A reminder later tonight, Sunday Night Football will see a game in the NFL 100 Series, a rematch of the very first AFL-NFL Championship game, later, of course, known as Super Bowl I. It pits the Packers against the Chiefs from Arrowhead, and that should be a fun one. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down.
18 Gator. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, check right. Watch you.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
No, 3rd.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
He dropped it.
So much of his game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Being chased out left. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1 yard.
You need to turn these into wait. Did we run it like a fake?
Ready, set. 6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Snap.
1st down. Here's the run with Martin. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Did we run like a
played
fake
3 quarters.
score?
And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
All right.
Opposite.
2nd down and inches. And that'll be incomplete.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now it's Martin. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a...
20-10.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking...
Pressure comes and down he goes. The sack there by J.J. Watt. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Man open left side is Brown.
Did he get it?
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They go play action here on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
22 yards there, a 1st down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now Martin. Martin flexing the muscle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. They'll roll him out right. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete.
All right, just field goal. They won't win. I want to go Hail Mary. so everyone goes downfield.
Now the
and
Oakland
then
offense heading back onto the field to take over. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. And an alley to run. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Steps away to his left. He's got the first down inside the 10. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. It's a quarterback sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. So this one, a victory for the Raiders. So for Oakland, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. 5 games in a row. So that's a wrap for
5 games in a row we've won. Is that it? I don't know. It seems like 5. Ah, 1 in a row. Gotta hand you guys to keep me Texas quick. Got 1 sack without looking for 3 or 4. And I got spots, dude. Alright. Dance week. And that is going to be it for the stream today, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell icon, and until next time, goodbye.